Basal cell and squamous cell carcinomas are by far the most common forms of skin cancer, and about 3.6 million are diagnosed every year. With them being this common, I can't believe that I had never heard of them. No clue they even existed. I am Jennifer, your resident bleeping teacher, and I have made it my mission to find people with stories similar to mine so we can share and bring those stories to you. So if you ever find yourself in this situation, you will not be blindsided. This episode is Monica Fortney's cancer face journey. Monica Fortney has been a big supporter of mine on TikTok, and she is one of the reasons that I have continued to make this awareness content, because it's important that if you have a suspicious spot, you get it checked with a healthcare professional as soon as you can. Now, as soon as you're done watching Monica's journey, check out mine. I'll link it here, and I'll probably do it in the cards after the show. So enjoy. Hi, everyone. This is Monica Fortney. Monica, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, so my name is Monica Fortney. I actually have been retired for a year. Other than that, I worked forever. I mean, I'm
What'd you
56
do?
years. I'm fixed different things from bookkeeping to I was a general manager at a thrift store, Goodwill,
Wow.
actually a big thrift store, Goodwill. And then me and my husband were high school sweetheart in the 80s. And I was a year ahead of him. And so when 84 hit, we dated for 2 years in the high school. When 84 hit, I was like, see ya. And left him in the dust. And we went our separate ways. He joined the Navy. I got married, had 2 kids. 38 years later, life was all different. And we found each other on social media, hooked up. One date, we knew we were ready to be married and got married in 90 days. And we've been married now almost 2 years.
That is so wonderful. And as a Navy veteran, I would like to thank him for his service.
Yes. And then I have a son that is still stationed over in London. He's in the Air Force.
He's in the Air Force. He's in London?
Yes, he's been over there for almost 7 years. He has my grandbaby. I did get to do a bucket list event whenever him and his wife got simultaneously deployed. I had to kind of go over there and help with the baby. So,
yay! How long did you stay?
6 months.
Okay, well, I know you haven't been feeling well, so we'll just get right into it so you can rest your voice. Right. Tell me how your cancer diagnosis came about.
You. Honestly, you. So it's been a year to the day. Okay, a year to the day. I had not even got on TikTok. Okay, I just all of a sudden was like, my son was sending me stuff on TikTok, and I was like, oh, here's these forums. That's going to be a bunch of silliness, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And I was literally laying in bed one night and come across your TikTok. Oh. And the funny thing is that 2 weeks prior to that, I had a little bitty spot, a little bit more than a pinhead, that just wouldn't go away. And I was washing my face and it would bleed, and then it would scab up, and then it would bleed and scab up. And, my husband kept saying, maybe you just have thin skin, and it's just part of that, till I saw your video. When I saw your video, I was laying in bed, and I was literally laying back like this, and I was scrolling like this. And I went, ah! And he come in there and he goes, what? And I said, okay, come look at this lady's video. And I said, I honestly think this is what I have going on. He goes, no. She's a worst case scenario, And I'm like, no, listen and look,
And we know now that we are a common case scenario.
That is exactly right. So within a week, I called, and, healthcare nowadays, you can't just get in to see anybody within a week.
No.
Within a month. So I was pushed out almost 8 weeks to get into my dermatologist.
That's so long to wait, especially when you're nervous.
Very long to wait. And, of course, once I got in, I walked in, and of course I'm just doo-wopping in there. And I kind of had already been watching your stuff. Yeah. So I had already prepared myself for the worst. Okay. But when I saw her face, because I walked in, I said, this is why I'm here. And she went, and she didn't say anything else. And I knew from her reaction right then that it was not good. And she said, I need to take a biopsy of it.
And I think you sent me a picture of that.
I did.
Thank you
I
for
did.
sharing the pictures, by the way. So
You're
I'm going to go
welcome.
ahead and get that pulled up so you can walk us through, show us what we're seeing.
So the picture where I'm smiling and everything, you don't see anything. I'm just showing actually that my hair covers that because I can flip my bangs from one side to the other.
Oh,
But
I see. So,
yeah, I can flip from one to the other. But
okay.
where you see where the Band-Aid is, that's where I just
Mhm.
had the biopsy. And actually, that hole, of course, as you know, when they do a biopsy, is a lot bigger than what the
Yes.
actual spot was. The spot was literally the size of a pinhead.
So the biopsy
So,
was bigger than the
yeah,
anomaly. Oh my
yep,
gosh.
yep. And, that biopsy did not heal either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got
it
it.
did not
Okay,
heal.
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, Monica. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it never scabbed up or anything. It just stayed basically an open wound like that.
Okay, got it. All right, so I'm going to go to your next picture. If you are enjoying this content, go ahead and like and subscribe so you'll know when I put out more videos. But more importantly, if you or anyone that you know have had a journey similar to this and you're interested in sharing with us, comment below so I can reach out to you. Now,
Okay.
this one broke my whole heart because I recognize that look on the face where you're just like, "Oh shit."
Yep.
They've just, removed part of my body, and I saw the
Yeah.
picture and I was like, "Oh my god, I remember that feeling."
It progressed so fast. She had told us originally, my dermatologist said that it was going to be 10 to 14 days before she got my results back. Actually, it was 7. On
Mhm.
day 7, they called me and said, okay, it is basal cell squamous. That we
Okay.
consider it fast acting, and she wants it taken off immediately. And I said, oh, well, I'm getting ready to give a bridal shower. And I said, I don't want to have anything on my forehead. And they were like,
Yeah.
oh no, she's already got you scheduled in 2 days. And I was like, huh? And they were like, yeah, we have you scheduled for 2 days. So this is 2 days after I found out that it was
I mean, they
basal
got you
cell.
in like that.
Yep, squamish. Um, this is after of course, they've stitched me up. I had to go
Yeah.
back twice. So the first time the hole was about that big,
Okay.
where they go in there and they band it and they pull it, they dig and all that stuff. They come back and
Mhm.
they told me and my husband that there was still markers in there. And
Mhm.
so the next time the hole was like this. And
Oh.
we did have a picture of the hole, but neither one of us can find it because we've had to upgrade our phones. So somewhere there's a
Okay.
picture of the hole.
Got it. Got it. Well, I've got some
I
more pictures here.
Yeah, I had I literally, when they took me back the second time, I was already like having a nervous breakdown because of the hole.
Yeah.
And
So that
they told
second
my
time, that was on a different day?
no, it was the same day. I had been at that surgical
Okay.
center all day.
Okay.
But they had told my husband and me that if they had to go back in a third time because they had to dig so deep behind my eye that
Mm.
they were just going to stitch me up and send me to the hospital.
Oh my gosh, I cannot
So
imagine.
I was freaked. I was freaked.
Yeah.
And but the photo that you showed before when I'm sitting there like this, it's literally because that was the first time that I had seen it stitched.
Mhm.
And it was, honestly, I'm going to tell you, it was more than I could bear at that
Yeah.
time. All I could see was the railroad track incision, and that
Mhm.
was what was going to be on my forehead for the rest of my life.
Yep.
And it was just literally more than I could bear at that moment. And this is 15
We're healing
days.
now at this point.
Yes, I'm healing now. This is 15 days into it. I've had the sutures taken out.
Mhm.
And of course, once I see it, I'm starting to feel better because I'm not seeing all the black in there. I was still kind of concerned about where they had to tie off in my eyebrow. You can see where they had to cut in my eyebrow.
Yeah, where
And
it kinda dips below that brow.
they had to, that's where they had to, the plastic surgeon was trying to do my incision in my fold lines here. But
Yeah.
because they had to dig so deep and my hole was so big, the only way he could close it was this way. And then he had to
Okay,
pull
got it.
from my eyebrow. This is a problem still that I'm still having. is the inflammation and the scar tissue up underneath my eyebrow, because that is what now I'm still having. I can't open my eye when I wake up from a night's sleep. No. It's become interesting. I wake up in the morning, I'm like this, and then I have to do this for like 30 seconds to get my eye to stay open. And what they think is that there's still so much inflammation up underneath this area here that when I close my eye and relax, it relaxes. So it weights down.
So it settles down and, oh, wow.
But, it's going to be the lesser of two evils. If I go back in, they're going to have to recut me. Do I want to I just, at this time, unless my eye stays permanently closed during the day, I just think I'm going to leave it alone and just open my eye every day, because I'm just grateful. Okay. I'm just grateful that they caught it when they did, because if they hadn't, I was going to lose my eye.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you were able to get in when you got in, because I can't imagine, losing the eye. I just remember when they kept getting closer and closer and closer to my eye, I asked the gentleman who was doing the procedure, I said, at what point do you stop? At what point do you stop cutting towards my eye? And he said, when it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh my, I was freaking out.
Yes. Because you don't imagine your life without any eye, nose, mouth. I mean, you imagine having that for the rest of your life, but in the same I say that, I also say that if they had to take my eye to save my life, then that would have just been what it would have been.
Yeah, absolutely.
But to have such a little spot make such a big impact, I can't stress enough that if you see something out of the ordinary on your skin, please go get it checked.
And that's why, thank you so much for helping me let people know that just because something is teeny tiny, I mean, you saw they took like that much. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy what's going on around it.
And it's like, I told my husband after I'd watched your initial video and then I started watching your videos, I was like, I don't know what got me, like, I normally, if I'd saw somebody like you, I'd have just scrolled and kept going. Something caught me about you, which is why I stopped. And, once I stopped, then I was like this, glued, and if it had not have been for you, I'm going to tell you, I would have probably waited. I know myself, I would have waited longer than what I should have. And then it would have turned into, I probably would have lost my eye.
Thank you, Monica. That's very sweet of you to say. Thank you.
So just know that.
Sorry. So if you had any advice to share with anybody who has a procedure coming up, or, they're waiting on their biopsy, speaking from your experience, what would you want to tell them?
I would want to tell them, don't be scared, first of all, because I was scared. I was really scared. It was the people that do these procedures, they do them all the time, and they're very much aware of what is going on that you're not aware of. They made me very comfortable. The nurse there, she hugged on me and loved on me because I was crying the whole time. She made me feel like, it is going to be okay, because we're not going to leave you looking like, I thought I was going to look like a Frankenstein. And she was like, we are going to make it to where after 3 or 4 months, you're not going to be able to notice much. And they're right. I mean, look, this is what I have. I've got my hair parted on this side. Normally I wear it over here, but I wanted to do this for you. So, I mean, yes, I have a scar, but it's nothing like what I thought.
It's certainly never like what you imagined in your mind, that you're just going to have this mortifying Frankenface forever.
No, because I honestly thought I was going to look like a Frankenstein. But, your stuff has really, I get blown away every time I see you, Jennifer, because
thank you.
From your first time picture that I saw to all the pictures that you posted of yourself to the end, I'm like, holy crap, you are so beautiful. And
Thank
after
you.
what you went through, it's just astounding. So whoever has worked on you, they did really, really good. But
It
you were
does.
beautiful before, and now you're beautiful still. So
Thank you. So thank you for that shout out to Dr. DeRozier at
yeah.
Southeastern Plastic Surgery in Tallahassee. He really did do a great job. I still
Wow.
struggle with redness in this area. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but it's just through here because all of this is, I mean, it's just the white scar like you would
Just
normally
white. Yeah.
see. Always right here is red, but I think that's just because I've got, weird skin.
No, I will tell you from time to time. Now, I still have where I had internal sutures that would not heal.
Hmm.
Matter of fact, it's been now 7 weeks since I had them go in there and dig the rest of them out because they were just, yeah, they were just poofing. So I have two little
Yes.
holes that won't close where those sutures where they had to dig them out. That
Hmm.
area every now and again will go really red.
Yeah.
Not every day, but probably every couple of weeks, it'll get really red and kind of, I don't know, just look like it's all kind of scaly right there. And then
Hmm.
it lasts for a day or two and then it goes away.
Yeah.
So I think that's just all because of what we had done, all the, stuff that we had
Absolutely.
done to our
Yeah.
skin.
I'm pretty sure our body's still like, what the hell? Every
Yeah.
once in a while it freaks
Yep.
out. Well,
Yep.
Monica, I won't take up any more of your time. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording, but
Okay.
don't hang up, okay? Because we're going to talk afterwards.
All right,
Thank
babe.
you so much for
Thank you.
stopping by and sharing with everyone because I do believe it's important for us to let people know that time is flesh and that if there's any problems or anything strange that they're seeing, they need to have it checked. So thank you so much for helping me with
You're
this.
welcome. You're so welcome.
Okay, bye.